beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Lucid9. We are here in the middle of a dark alley, on a mission for something. I don't really know what we're doing here, besides running into that little girl. If you hear any, like wrestling, it's Rava. If you hear air pushing through, it's the fan. It's really hot in this room. I think my computer has been overheated because it's so hot in my room, and it doesn't help that my the place where the little computer case thing isn't in an area where it can actually breathe. So I've been dealing with a lot of blue screen crashes, but I think that's because of like memory that I'm dealing with. So I don't know, if I crash somewhere in this recording, you guys will know. Regardless, she's gone, and I've got my own business to see to. Despite this calm line of thought, I'm still shaken as I head to the location Shigiri has denoted on the map. I thought it said detonated. I was like, wait, what? Somewhere I must have taken a wrong turn. I tried to follow her directions to the letter, but there's nothing in sight. I shuffle closer to the shadows, peering out of my corner of safety into the road. Several shady figures are gathered around a trash bin, laughing miraculously around smoldering cigarettes. Maybe I was supposed to spy on them. No, I'm supposed to retrieve that file. Still, now I can see why Shigiri sent me, despite her competency at verbal abuse. She's small in stature and can easily be overpowered by any of these thugs. But I'm a high school student, am I not? How am I any better? Moreover, she doesn't seem licensed to carry a gun. So, of course, she decides to send a defenseless high school student in her stead. Exactly. I creep around the side of the building, double-checking my phone. Yep. Right here, give or take a couple feet. I scan my surroundings, but there's so much litter that I can't see anything particularly significant. Maybe I should ask Shigiri. No, this is my assignment. I need to do this on my own. I absently run my hands over the brick wall behind me as if it'll keep me grounded. My fingers brush over something smooth? Wait a minute. I turn to examine the offending spot. A folded piece of paper shoved between the cracks of the wall. Judging by how fresh it looks, it must have been put there just recently. Hesitantly, I extract it and skim over the words. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You're not a toddler. My subordinate sent me these instructions to reach the file. A ping-pong ball falls down a very narrow pipe that is fixed to the ground. All you have is your ping-pong paddle, shoelaces, and a water bottle. How do you retrieve it? He claims that the file is at the answer within half a block of your vicinity. A puzzle? Seriously? Try to solve the puzzle. Well, I guess there's no good getting around it. I have to solve this to find the file. Which object is the key to this puzzle? I believe the paddle. I have a guide. I don't know if it's the guide for this, though. Did I close out of it? Okay, the water bottle is the choice. Sorry if this is cheating, guys, but I prefer just to get to the smart stuff out of the way, but when it comes to the emotional stuff, I'll handle that. What part of the water bottle should I use? Its contents inside. Alright, I could use the water in the bottle, which means I could just pour the water down the pipe. I could simply pour the water down the pipe. The ball would float to the surface and I could easily pick it out. Seems like that's the answer. In that case, it looks like the answer is water. I take another look at Shigiri's note. The file is at the answer within a half block of your vicinity. Does she mean that I have to look for a source of water? What does that even mean? Water's everywhere. The running faucets, the convenience store. No, wait, there's an old fountain on the other side of the building. I walk a short way down the road. Sure enough, another obtrusive note is stuck to the rim of the inactive fountain. Figures, another note. I'm beginning to wonder if I'll ever find the file at all. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You're not a kindergartner. This is the next set of instructions. A petri dish holds a colony of bacteria. Every minute, each bacterium divides into two. A scientist began the colony with a single bacterium at 12. At 12:43, the dish is half full. At what time will the dish be full? Well, I mean, just add 43 minutes to that, don't you? The hour of the answer is in this direction in which you must proceed to reach the file. Wait, she's enjoying this, I swear. Well, either way, it looks like I have to solve this puzzle, too. Thanks a lot, Shigiri. Apparently the answer is 12:44, though. Each bacterium divides into 2. Yo, if I didn't have a guide, I would be so screwed. You have to... Okay, the explanation... The answer is 1244. But I'm gonna read the explanation on why that is. It says the bacteria doubles every minute. It's half full at 12:43. If you double a half, you get a whole. Therefore, the dish will be full at 12:44. Okay. Right! If I didn't have this thing, I would have gotten it wrong. If every bacterium divides into 2 per minute, then it doesn't matter what time the colony started. All that matters is that at 12:43, the dish was half full. Therefore, at 12:44, the dish would be completely full. So that was a completely useless puzzle that basically just told me to go forward. I walked down the road, keeping my eyes out for another slip of paper, and as expected, there's another note jammed conspicuously between the crevices of 2 buildings. My question is, why did Shigeru go through all this trouble in order to get these notes in the first place? She'd have to come here, which utterly defeats the purpose of sending me. Well, whatever. Looks like there's another puzzle to solve. Congratulations, Ishiyama, you're not a 5th grader. This is the 3rd and penultimate set of instructions. How can you throw a ball as hard as you can, not bounce it off of anything, and still have it returned to you? The answer is in the direction you must proceed to reach the file. We have to try to solve the puzzle, obviously. There's no getting around it, I just had to solve another puzzle. What do I need to change in order to have the ball come back to me without bouncing it off anything? Direction? Right, I can't bounce it off anything and I can't change the circumstances, which means I have to change direction. The question is, what direction? Up. Alright, gravity is still in effect. I just have to throw the ball upward in order to have it returned to me. So the answer is up, and the note says I have to go in that direction to reach the file. I locate a rickety 2-story building next to the canal. Guess that's where I'm supposed to go. I trudge up the stairs, enveloped in darkness. My only comfort is the light that comes from my phone. Eventually, I come into a creepy storage room that's filled with all sorts of ominous shapes. I jerk backward as a dark shape bolts across the floor, but it's just a rat scurrying by. Shigeru's doing this on purpose, isn't she? I swivel around the obstacles, keeping my eyes peeled for another telling corner of white. Suddenly, a silhouette wavers in front of my face. A spider! Of all things, spiders. What if it poisons me? Sinks its rabid teeth in my jugular vein. Stabs its awful spindly limbs straight through my heart. Grows to the size of... Okay, now I'm just being stupid, right? Then it teasingly waves its odious, twisted little leg, nearly catching me on the nose. I instinctively stagger backwards, flailing my hands before my face. My back slams into a hard, stony shape. I whip around, examining it fearfully. It's just a statuette of a horse, plastered with a note! Finally! Hands still shaking, I seize the note and peruse its contents. The sooner I can get out of here, the better. Congratulations, Ishiyama, you're not a middle schooler. This is the final set of instructions. I could have sworn you said the other one was the final ones. A rich man tells his 2 sons to race their horses to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose horse is slower wins. After wandering aimlessly for days, the brothers ask a wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump on the horses and race to the city as fast as they can. What did the wise man say to them? The answer will show you where the file is located. Final set of instructions. I'm almost done. I mean, she's slowly upgrading your grades, so I actually feel somewhat disappointed. Despite my complaining and the spiders, I've actually enjoyed these challenges. I haven't. I've been using a guide. At any rate, I guess I'd better solve this puzzle and find the file. What could the wise man have said? Enter 2 words. Apparently the answer is switch horses. Right, if they switch horses, then they would have to race in order to win. I don't get it, but okay. So the answer is to change horses. There must be another horse around here. I glance around for another equine statuette. I don't get it, because why would they switch horses? Because the winner, whoever is slower, wins. So why did they have to switch horses? I don't understand. You guys probably know more than I do. Flinching away from the multitudes of cobwebs that spun around the corners, thankfully I spot one just a few feet away. Sure enough, there's a simple cream envelope slipped beneath its space. Could it actually be the file? Congratulations, Ishiyama. You may be slightly more capable than your worthless peers. There is no file. This was simply a test, and you passed. You may congratulate yourself, although frankly it was such an easy test that there really is nothing worth congratulating. Take a picture of this note and send it to me as proof of your passable competence. Is she serious? Everything was fabricated. I almost can't believe it, but at the third note, I guess a small part of me was expecting this turn of events. Still, did she play all those notes on her own? Was that why the investigation was supposed to take place at night, so that she could have time to prepare everything? It's almost inconceivable, but it seems like the most likely option, and in all honesty, it's hardly beyond what I could imagine Shiguri to do. Sighing, I pocket the note and carefully pick my way down the stairs into the street, steering clear of any corners or dark edges the best I can. Once I'm under some light, I can breathe a little easier. I take a quick snapshot of the note and send it to Shigure without comment. She doesn't respond immediately, which probably means that she received it. With that, I stick to the shadows as I return to my apartment. It's time to get some rest. Okay. Oh god, we're in the woods again. The evening welcomes me with frosted arms as I stride into my beloved glade, my lovely burden slung over my shoulders. The sky is clear tonight, bitter, vacant. A spiraling abyss in a sea of strangled light. I take a moment to admire it as the familiar vegetation is crushed beneath my soles. Nothing constrains me, no incompetent bureaucracies, no iron gates, no suffocating schedules, not at this hour, not at my hour. I dump my burden upon the ground, watching as she rolls away, still in the haze of beauty sleep. Innocent, peaceful, dreadful. Is this my dream self? I ready my knife, taking my earnest vigil at his side. When the princess awakens, her guardian will be eagerly waiting. Ugh. Oh, well that was terribly quick. I stoop next to my burden and she jerks upright, eyes rolling in panic. Good morning, sweetie. Well, where am... Her voice trails into an indistinguishable croaks as her wide, pale eyes fix on me. I spare a chuckle. What, expecting someone else? How did I get here? How else? I settle for a moment, allowing her to take in her surroundings, allowing her to see how dire her situation is. What fun is it without a tinge of panic? Please don't hurt me. Please? Honestly, please help me, because I don't understand what's going on. What makes you think I would hurt you? So, you'll let me leave? Even though I personally wouldn't know where to go? I casually lift my serrated weapon, allowing it to catch the moonlight at just the right angle. Now, why would I do that? I advance towards her slowly. She ekes away, pulling her weight by her hands, but she is too tremulous to even attempt to run. A little dull, but vermin are vermin. Please! I have a mom, a dad, and a boyfriend! I want to study, I want to grow up! Usually it's cute when they beg, but this girl's bothering me. Well, I want to have a little carving practice. Oh. Okay. So, what shall we do? Carving practice? Imbecile. My fingers twitch with impatience. Yes, carving practice. And I'd best get started. Oh my god. That sound is so disgusting. I savor my moments with her leisurely, meticulously. She tried to waste my time. I ought to return the favor. I finish all too quickly. The screams die in my ears as fading echoes of stilted crimson plummet from the edge of my blade. The beautiful mess scattered across the ground is a sight for sore eyes. I take a moment to savor it. My canvas, my masterpiece, the heart of my soul and soul of my heart. If only it could have lasted a little while longer. Finished? A shadow slips behind the trees, squatting unceremoniously on top of my finished work. Watch your steps. You're desecrating my what? What is that? The figure only stands in silence, waiting for my reply. I attempt a different line of questioning. Where are the others? Elsewhere? So I gathered. Are they coming? No. So who shall pick up my toys? I guess yourself, buddy boy. I gesture to the artwork beneath the figure's feet. It doesn't budge. Me. You? Yes. By yourself? Yes. Call for the others. No. Why not? Leave if you are finished. It is certainly a one-sided balance of power. I can do nothing but acquiesce. I'm finished. I step away, but as the figure approaches my canvas, I swoop in, sliding my knife against its neck. Don't be so proud of yourself. The moment you are of no use to me, I shall have my way with you. It only stares unblinkingly at me, unfazed. Not finished. Equal parts disgusted and perturbed, I withdraw my weapon. And finished with you too. I turn to the brighter horizon, striding away with a backward glance. Who is that? Is that me? Am I the killer? But I don't know, or is it just another point of view? When I arrive at school, still bleary-eyed from my nighttime excursions, I'm greeted with an unusual sight. A group of students, primarily female, are huddled around the post. As I edge closer, I manage to listen in. Your fault! She was wrong about you, and now she's gone! What did you do with her, you freak? Where is she? Tell me where she is, please! Answer him! How could you do this to us? Suddenly, Ryui blazes by me right into the center of the group, which bounces backwards in shock. I'm barely able to catch a glimpse of her face through the mass of heads. What are you guys doing? Out of the way, Ryui. This has nothing to do with you. No, I'm tired of this. You've been picking on her since school started, and you don't even have a good reason. Good reason? Talk to Shoji. He's our good reason. The group shuffles apart, granting me some space. Wait, is she the killer? Are you the killer? I finally managed to see the cause of the problem. A slight figure crouched against the gate with an empty look in. Wait, isn't this the same girl that I met yesterday? Well, Shoji? She's been missing for 2 days and no one can find her. Didn't go home, doesn't answer calls or texts. It's like she just disappeared. Disappeared, just like the rumors said. Oh, so I'm not the killer. Someone else is the killer. You guys do remember who started the rumors, right? Look, Ryui, this would make the 3rd disappearance. Haven't you been watching the news? Yeah, this is the 3rd time that an academy student's vanished off of the face of the planet. And coincidentally, right after talking with Irie? Yo, I can say her name for so many different ways. Technically, Midori disappeared before school started. Yeah, just like 2 days before. Why are you so stubborn? Ari or Iris? I'm gonna say... Well... Irie. I'm gonna call her Irie. Irie's guilty. Why are you so stubborn? Maybe she's not. But she's not talking at all, though. You clearly don't understand how people work. No wonder you don't have any friends. Whoa, dude. Ryui has friends. She hangs out with me all the time. Where have you guys been? Ryui's face closes in hurt, and a raw, fiery pang of rage courses through my body. I storm to her side, unceremoniously shoving away anyone in my path. Oh man, I'm such a Prince Charming right now. Did I click hello? Yama? Oh, you. Who's this? Your boyfriend? What if I am? My anger briefly subjoins into panic, but I shove it away. You're all disgusting, picking on someone just because she's not like you. Hey, you don't even know the context. Butt out. And oh, let me guess, you know everything. You know for certain that Aiko, Irie, has anything to do with these disappearances. Twice is a coincidence. Thrice is a pattern. A pattern for narrow-sighted people who won't take in any other factors. Are you stupid? There aren't any other patterns. The police said so themselves. Oh, and they told you this directly. It was on the news, moron! And it's not like the news has ever twisted the facts or told us anything but the honest truth. You wouldn't be acting so high and mighty if you knew how important a cane is. You wouldn't be acting so prejudiced if you had a brain. Words are spilling out of my mouth before I even consciously think of them. My whole body thrums with cold, frozen hatred. Weird freak, don't want to play with you. I'm not letting anyone else go through that. Not Ryui, not Arai. Or Eri. Arai? Arai, I'm calling her Arai, right? You think we're being rude to Arai? You're being rude to Shoji. Yeah, she was the love of Shoji's life. Because everyone knows that every high school relationship lasts forever. He'll probably get over her in a week or two. Whoa, 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 Yama. There's a lot of high school sweethearts that come out, okay? Like Tyler and I, okay? Calm down, Yama. Alright. So, I don't know why my recording system didn't record the little last bit of the video. So, if I looked at it correctly. It stopped right here. Words are spilling out of my mouth. Before I even consciously think of them, my whole body thrums with cold, frozen hatred. Weird freak. Don't want to play with you. I'm not letting anyone else go through that. Not Ryui, not Arai. You think we're being rude to Arai? You're being rude to Shoji. Yeah, she was the love of Shoji's life. Oops. Okay, okay. Because everyone knows that every high school relationship lasts forever. He'll probably get over her in a week or two. And this is where I started freaking out because he can't be saying that. Because first of all, there's a couple of handfuls, probably more than a handful, of high school sweethearts that do make it out and then they live happily ever after. Because Tyler and I are in that category where we were high school sweethearts. So, Yama, calm down. And Yama, you need to be careful because Ryui likes you. And you two might become high school relationship stuff. So calm down. A deadly silence descends on the group. Ryui pinches my sleeve, her expression unusually troubled. That went a bit too far, Yama. I only clench my jaw and lock eyes with the boy called Shoji. His face blinks from panic to nothingness in less than a second. A chilled silence falls over the entrance. You. He staggers forward, raising a tremulous hand. You bastard! His finger pulls into a fist, and before I can blink, his hand is soaring straight at me. A shadow blurs in front of me, swiping at Shoji's arm. Shoji tumbles to the ground as if thrown by unknown force. And this is where I ended the episode. I'm gonna stay keeping it ended. I don't know why my OBS is cutting off before, when I hit stop recording. I guess it's because it's a bit lagged out. It's behind. So, the whole minute ahead that I was talking, it didn't record. It stopped midway, which is really weird because I'm not live streaming, so I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, this is where we're gonna stop for today's episode. I'm very thankful, at least I think I'm not the murderer, because I always thought it was me as the murderer, but I think it's somebody else. And I don't know if this is the type of game where it plays tricks with our mind, trying to point fingers at Arai and making us think it's not her, because it's too soon to figure out, why would the game point fingers already? Are they actually trying to make us assume Arai is the murderer, aka making us not think she's the murderer? Because, in my head, it can't be Arai, because why would the game tell us flat out it's Arai? But the game could be tricking us and be like, oh, it's Arai, me thinking it's not Arai, but it is actually Arai, because I'm trying to defeat the game's mind. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's episode. I don't know who the murderer is. Of course, you guys can play this game by yourself, and you probably play it quicker than I am actually uploading it. So, no spoilers if you do play ahead of me. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.